never giving the bitch I'm beefing with breath. If anything, you don't exist. Girl, I don't give a damn that you sitting over there in that corner. You know what? You gonna sit in that corner. And I'm gonna act like you not there. The first thing she said when she walked through the door, the first thing she did was acknowledge the grand dame, as she should. Okay. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, being Simone Iman. I am Simone Iman. If you're new here, I do a little bit of everything. This is my personal diary. You might get a television show review or two. You might get a clothing haul, fitness, health and fitness, shopping hauls, just however I feel, whatever I feel, whenever I feel it, okay? If you're interested in things like that though, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know anytime I upload a video. And today, we're going to be talking about Real Housewives of Potomac, episode 4. I forgot what the name of the episode was. A review. Let's get into it. Let me see my gum out. Communications 101. Don't be on camera with no gum in your mouth. Okay. So, you guys, if you noticed, if you didn't notice, I've been on a break. I went to California on vacation with my little family. I'll hit you guys with a couple of shots. You guys, we had so much fun. But the way my travel schedule was, I missed an episode because I was like packing for my life. And then I also missed the episode because I was so tired when I got home. So I'm not gonna go back and bore you with things you've seen already, things I've at this point seen already. I'll just give you an overall synopsis of what we've both seen and how I feel about it. Episode 2 and 3. I'm not feeling Zen Wen, if I'm gonna be honest with you guys, because if you're Zen, why are you so bothered? Every opportunity Wendy gets to choose violence, she chooses violence. Like, the stuff with Mia is not that deep. Y'all don't know this girl that much. Like, y'all don't know her at all, frankly. And that's kind of like where we're leading in this episode with the Green Eyed Bandits. It's just kind of like the heat that they give the new girl usually is reserved for a specific person, whoever the villain of the cast is, which is generally Giselle. So I can see Giselle giving heat, just like she gave Monique heat. She didn't really give Wendy heat, but I think Wendy got the soror pass. But I feel like they all got it for Mia. Well, for me, it seems as though both Robin and Giselle, of course, have it for Mia, and also Wendy, and it's just really peculiar. It doesn't make a lot of sense. But I think that specifically Giselle and Robin, they're often threatened. Oh, I'm moving my dish, y'all. I got so scared. I was like, it's something on the roof. Anyway, Giselle and Robin specifically, they come for the girls who come into the group who belong there. You know what I'm saying? Like, Real Housewives franchises mean like coinked up, you know, living a lavish lifestyle. That's not Giselle and Robin. Honestly, Giselle and Robin is like you and me, so you probably doing better than Giselle or Robin at this point. But the likes of Monique Samuels and Amia Thornton, it's threatening to them. And sometimes, y'all, a lot of things socially between women specifically, a lot of that shit be subconscious. They don't even realize they hating this hard or they so bothered. They don't realize it. So, you know, I just, the last 2 episodes, the last 2 gatherings that they've all had, it's just kind of been like, why y'all picking with Mia though? Cause she seems like a good time. Like, she don't hold no bars, she's outspoken, she's funny, she's cute, she know how to dress. You really could take a couple pointers. But yeah, the last 2 episodes I really wasn't getting nothing specific. Candace being a stepmom, you know, the meat and potatoes, the excitement in Potomac is the beef amongst the group. It's not their individual storylines, and that's just that on that. Okay, so getting into the episode, Giselle and Robin, they're doing a podcast. Why? I don't even like girl chat, to be honest, with Portia and Giselle, and it's like a girl from just people from other franchise of shows on Bravo. What is it giving? It don't give nothing to me. You know, I don't really want to know what Giselle thinks about a lot of shit, because she's a mean girl. That's bad casting, but hey, whatever. Them doing a podcast, reasonably shady, I guess. I mean, it's another stream of income for them, so that's great. But when Giselle's talking to Cal, she's giving this explanation about why her and Jamal aren't working out. Y'all wasn't gonna work out because it wasn't what it was. Like, Bonder told us, Mo told us, and you, the crack in your face, told us that there wasn't a real relationship. And maybe it was. Let's give Giselle the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it was a real relationship, but it was built on pretense. It was built on falsehood. It was built on an image of what this looks like and not genuine love. Not saying she don't love her ex-husband, because I think it's really hard to be, you know, co-parent and be in a good place with somebody and not have love for them. But it's no romance there. It's not romantic at all. So I wasn't buying it. Them inviting Mia to have drinks, the podcast and the photos and whatever. Giselle is a country mess. Her wigs look like helmets. Cal just needs to take good care of her natural hair, but it's blonde, and so that's going to be hard for them to manipulate her hair often and it still be healthy. But the wigs lose them. They look like helmets. Her braid down is not small enough under there. It looked like she got ponytails all over. It's like big in the back. I don't like it. But I like the jumper that Robin had on. Y'all be trying to say something nice about them, but I don't have nothing nice to say. Back to the text inviting for drinks. Great idea, horrible execution. Why? And Karen touches on this later on in the episode. Karen says, why did y'all even have to say my name? Because 9 times out of 10, Mia was not going to invite Karen anyway. And y'all know how reality TV works. It's a call time for 3 specific castmates. The producers would have had her meet with Robin and Giselle outside of the presence of Karen. So it was just like unnecessary shade. And also I see it as Mia sees it. It's like, bitch, you're not gonna tell me who I could hang out with or who you want me to be around, or in order for me to be in your presence, it's gotta be sans my homegirl. Like, it was unnecessary. It was petty. It just had BS written all over it. Like, y'all on some bullshit. So what? You don't want her to be there so that you can talk negatively about her, so that you can bait me into talking negatively about her? Like, what is it giving, sis? Like, what's the point of mentioning her specifically? Not any other castmate, but just Karen. It was just really weird. And the text message was wordy and long as fuck. It was just weird. Giselle is fucking weird, if you ask me. Like, she's too invested in everybody else's shit and not enough in her own. And then poor Ashley, y'all. Poor Ashley finna bust. She's so big and pregnant. She eat a lot of Brussels. Every time they go out, she order Brussels sprouts. Michael says he's about to start producing movies, and it's not giving unless Michael is grabbing asses. And Michael is fucking boring. Okay. I actually really love the relationship that Karen has with Raven. I think Raven is her greatest accomplishment, her greatest work. I love Raven. She looks so cute in her little business attire with her little spectacles on. I loved it. She's grown into a beautiful young woman. Karen says that she's being named ambassador of Surrey County. Y'all, this is like, this needs to go viral on TikTok. My people, when Karen is riding in that convertible and she is looking around at that ill-attended parade, bitch, because it wasn't but 10 people on the goddamn street. My people, y'all, I love it. It is my favorite. It is literally my favorite. Y'all, I keep hearing stuff. Anyway. It is literally my favorite. They're talking about the food deserts in Surrey County, and she's really trying to bring a lot of resources to, like she was saying, rural areas. Even y'all know too, like with the pandemic and COVID and the vaccines and everything, the rural areas of the country got hit the worst by the pandemic, specifically the virus itself, but then also all the resources that people got in the inner city. The rural parts of the country were mostly neglected. Like, they would have to travel to bigger cities to get any resources. So I think that's a great thing that she's doing for Surrey County, and I love it. My people. Then we get to see Mia be the boss that she is at the joint. It's a franchise of chiropractor offices, which I saw a joint in San Diego. I'm not saying she owns that one, but I had never seen the joint before. It's something like when you see things and then you actually start seeing them. And I'm sure I may have seen one before, but I didn't notice it until there was some kind of name recognition or reference of recognition. But neither here nor there. Love her confessional look. Like, and Robin has the same confessional look as far as hairstyle. The bust down curtain bangs with the bun. Mia's with the red dress is beautiful. Robin misses the mark with glam every time. Robin needs to stick to the short haircuts. That's her zhuzh. That's her look. That's her thing. Like, she does it so well. But I digress. I love her look though. She calls and she cancels on her son and she can't bring him. And I really like the way that G handles her. I think it's G, her husband, in conversation. I don't know if it's just because he knows the cameras are around or if he talks to her like that all the time. He's not excitable. He doesn't get loud. He doesn't get boisterous. It's reasonable. You know, even when he corrects her, he's like, I just want to warn you. I'm just letting you know. I'm just planting the seed. He gets really disappointed. And that's what your partner is supposed to do. Put things in perspective for you and get you in check in a loving way. Like, because nobody wants to hear that they're not living up to their fullest potential as a parent. But who else is going to tell you besides the parent that's there in your absence picking up the slack? And that baby not going to tell her that she not doing what he's needing, because kids often don't want to upset their parents or make their parents feel bad, especially if you have a good relationship. So the baby not gonna say nothing. It's on her husband to tell her that. And I like the way that he approaches conversation with her, even when she was like double booked doing meetings but trying to make cupcakes with her baby. He's like, baby, you doing a lot. Like, you double booked. Like, you need balance. And she does. We've seen those storylines so many times with the mom bosses on reality TV shows. There, you gotta find some balance. But yeah, I really like G, y'all. I like him. I like him a lot. And then Robin hosts an outdoor workout in the freezing cold. But I get it's COVID, so people weren't really like in the gyms like that. But I wouldn't be working outside the freezing cold. How y'all feel about Askale? That's one thing I forgot to say when I did my introduction about missing a couple episodes, but you know, covering how I feel about it. I feel like they practicing. Even Wendy, like that Zen Wen. One thing I have today is time. TikTok. Mia, like, I feel like she practiced that in the mirror. And I feel the same way about Askale. It's a whole lot of delusion in here. Like, you know, I get that there's some editing going on, but how did that fall in place? And really, Askale, you just got here. You don't know what the hell is going on. I don't know. It's giving pretentious. Like, inserting myself in the beef so I can be a part of this story. So when y'all talk about it again, I can go to that filming too. Like, I don't know. She's a pretty girl. She seems sweet. She seems nice and down to earth. But even like with the workout, like she had to show up in Gucci. Like, who really works out like that in the cold? Like, the verdict is out. Is still out on Askale. I don't know how I feel about her. Candace invites them to the pajama party, and she says that Mia has big feet. But Mia is tall, and if Mia has big feet, I'm sure she can afford the shoes to put on them. Candace. Mia and Karen visit. Karen goes to the penthouse, honey, which is late. I don't like how Robin and Giselle are assuming that Karen is feeding her some type of information, as if a lot of these women who join the cast don't watch the show before they hop on. Y'all are mean. Y'all double team people. Y'all deserve a side eye whenever a new person enters the group, because it's like, are they really to be trusted? Do they really want to be my friend? Especially if the person is brought in by Karen, because it just seems like there's an ulterior motive when Robin and Giselle, you know, click up to have a conversation or interact with anybody else. So this whole Karen's feeding her something, no, she watched the show. Like, and that's just that on that. She watches the show. I think Mia handled the situation well. I agree. She's direct. Like, what do we need to talk about? And in it, don't bring your friend shit is weird. And it's a lame flex. Like, so I'm supposed to be so pressed to go hang out with you and your homegirl that I'm supposed to turn my back on my homegirl? Like, girl, the pretty girl privilege reeks. Like, you think you that important, Giselle? No. Like, what did they expect her to say? Oh, that's cool, I'll be there at 6. Like, no, you just shaded my partner and now you talking about hanging out with me and having drinks. Hell no. And then Candace shares with us that she's singing and she's making her album. Y'all, I don't know how I feel about Candace as a singer. I mean, she can sing, but should she? And I discussed that last season with you guys with the whole singing thing. Like, we'll see when the album comes out, but I don't know if it's given. I'm just the R&B I'm into these days is like SZA and Doja Cat and Jhené Aiko, and Candace is not giving that. Candace is giving Brandy, Monica vibes, and that R&B was cool 20 years ago. So I don't know where her place is on today's R&B charts. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Like, it's not giving Giveon. It's not giving what's the boy from The Voice name? Oh, you got it. You got it. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, she's missing something. I don't know, though. I don't know. Speaking of what ain't given, Giselle's storyline. Giselle had been talking about Grace in this driving class for 2 episodes. Or this driving test. It's not given. It's a snooze. It's boring. And that's why she got to be in conflict with everybody else and talking shit about everybody else's relationship. Because Giselle literally has no role on this show except for antagonist. And that's why she's always at Karen's neck, because Karen got something to talk about. Whether it's Ray and the negative woes in that relationship, whether it's LaDame, whether it's parenting adult children, whether it's her parents dying, whether it's going back to Surrey County. Like, Karen Huger is the grand dame for a reason. Storyline ain't lacking. Giselle, on the other hand, what are we really talking about? Poe Grace, I feel bad for her. She seemed so defeated. She did not want them cameras all in her face after she had failed a test for the God knows how many times. And I'm hoping that's not a part of the story. Like, it didn't look like it. She genuinely looked like it. She was upset. But Giselle, step your cookies up. You need to be sitting. That's what y'all should have been filming. Sitting at that goddamn kitchen table helping her study so she won't be embarrassing herself like that on TV. Even one of the twins, like, this is just gonna be the ultimate embarrassment. Shut up. So the beginning of the pajama party is starting off really well. Fireball shots at the door. Karen was playing, but Karen ain't saying she not gonna drink the fireball. She's saying, where your food at first? I ain't finna play myself, you know? But the fireball shots is cool. The gallon of fireball, y'all. I can't do fireball. Maybe it's because they in a cold climate where that kind of like cinnamon spicy kind of drink is cool. Like, but down here in hot ass Texas, I don't want to see no fireball, okay? Every time Karen get an opportunity to shit on Robin about this wedding, she takes it. She chooses violence every time. And Robin really don't have nothing to say, because at the end of the day, that's just something else she's gonna have to pay for. Because Bravo ain't giving Robin no goddamn special, and that's for shit show. But I'm with Karen. I call BS. I don't think that, one, with the whole, let's talk about that, the laziness with Robin and Robin not waking up on time, like waking little boys up 3 minutes before the class started. That's horrible. My oldest is 4 and I know better than some shit like that. She got preteens. Why would she do that? She not setting them up for success. It's giving lazy, honestly, because she's always missing flights. She's always missing the car. She's always late to every event. Like, Robin gives lazy vibes. She does. And I think that laziness is unattractive. I know it is. And for Juan to be such a go-getter, and he's probably up at daybreak, he has a, you know, in college, if he's a college coach, y'all, college workouts, even in off season, sometimes they do 2 and 3 days. So that first session is gonna be at 6 a.m. if not earlier. You know, as an athlete himself, and I want to say Robin is a former athlete, you wake your ass up in the morning. Like, but I get it. The pandemic was tough, but y'all, that was one of the things that I tapped into for the pandemic. I ain't let this pandemic beat me down. I lost like 70 pounds last year. I was on my best shit, okay? And it's all about perspective, you know, which, you know, I'm not minimizing any mental health issues or anything like that, or just the overall, you know, overwhelmingness of what that pandemic year was for any and everyone. But at the end of the day, when you have children who are depending on you and their success is directly tied to your readiness, bitch, get up. Like, get up. But neither here nor there. They ain't get married no time soon. Karen says, you know, when Giselle comes in, she's like, oh, the hater is here. Like, it's so immature. Why are you so bothered by an almost 60-year-old woman? It's so immature. And then Karen said her robe was fake. I couldn't take it. Candace says she forgot to invite Ashley, but that don't matter because Ashley's water has broken, thank God. I'm with Karen. As soon as Mia walks in the door, they start talking about it. Karen says my name should have never been in the text. It made her feel away. And you know, Karen has been saying this also. Giselle has a real lapse of accountability, just like Kenya Moore. Now, if you do something to them, oh, you have to apologize. You're wrong. Never acknowledging the wrong things that they do to you. The only person that Giselle has ever apologized to, in my nearest recollection, is Robin, when she came and blew up the spot at Robin's open house for her flipped property. But besides that, Giselle offers no apologies, and she be dead ass wrong. That shirt and all that shit with Ray, talking about her sex life with Ray and all of that, like, Giselle, you be dead ass wrong, and you just cannot stand it and be like, you know what, I messed up. But Mia, on the other hand, Mia on her shit. She's like, yeah, I was probably aggressive. I'm sorry if it made you feel bad. I'll correct my conversation with you, you know, moving forward. But I mean, that's what adults do. Adults don't come in, even if there is bad blood with somebody, I'm never giving the bitch I'm beefing with breath. If anything, you don't exist. Girl, I don't give a damn that you sitting over there in that corner. You know what? You gonna sit in that corner. And I'm gonna act like you not there. The first thing she said when she walked through the door, the first thing she did was acknowledge the grand dame, as she should. Okay. They play, and Askale needs some business. Anyway, they play Never Have I Ever. I think Mia is a hoot. I love her openness. I love how direct she is and honest she is, except about her age. Which, bitch, half the women in the USA lie about their age, but not me, honey. Anyway, you guys, that's all I got for this week's episode. It was quick. I said I'm gonna start being more intentional with my notes. I'm not writing down every little thing because all that shit don't be important. But thank you for watching. If you made it to this part of the video, please give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next week. Oh, this week I have plans to shoot an amazing video that I'm super excited about. It's shopping. It's shopping. You'll love it. Anyway, you guys, talk to you next week. Bye.